the stars are a comforting illusion. When we gaze at the night sky, we see a tapestry of lights, a network of worlds and galaxies that seem to fill every inch of the infinite. But the truth is far darker. If we could see the universe for what it truly is, we would realize that matter is merely a thin cobweb, a statistical error in an ocean of absolute nothingness. There are places where light dares not enter, places where time seems to slow and matter vanishes, giving way to deserts of darkness so vast they challenge our very sanity. Welcome to the Cosmic Supervoids, the graveyards of the universe. Imagine traveling at the speed of light. You cross the Milky Way in 100,000 years. Then you venture into intergalactic space, heading towards the constellation Boötes. For millions of years, you see nothing but distant galaxies, small islands of light in a black sea. But suddenly, the islands disappear. You have entered the great nothing. The Boötes Void is a sphere of pure darkness, 330 million light-years across. In a region of this size, there should be at least 2,000 galaxies. We have found only 60. It is an isolation we cannot even conceive. If our galaxy had been at the center of this void, we would not have known of the existence of other galaxies until the 1960s. We would have been convinced that we were alone, not just in a solar system, but in an entire universe. What does it mean for a civilization to be born in the heart of nothingness? What philosophy, what religion could ever emerge from a sky without stars? But Boötes is just the beginning. There is an even deeper scar in the fabric of creation. They call it the Cold Spot, or the Eridanus Supervoid. It is a region that defies the laws of standard physics, a billion light-years of almost totally empty space. When photons from the cosmic microwave background radiation, the primordial light of the Big Bang, pass through this void, they lose energy. They arrive at us colder, leaving a blue, icy imprint on our maps of the infant universe. Some scientists whisper theories that border on metaphysical horror. What if this void is not a natural anomaly? What if it is the sign of an impact? The multiverse theory suggests that our universe may have collided with another, leaving a cosmic dent, a point where reality itself was torn. As we gaze into these abysses, we must ask ourselves, why do they exist? The universe was born as a dense, hot soup. But small quantum fluctuations created slightly denser and slightly sparser regions. Gravity did the rest. The dense regions began to attract matter, literally emptying the surrounding space. Galaxies were torn away, dragged towards the great filaments of the cosmic web. The voids grew larger and larger, swelling like giant soap bubbles, pushing away everything solid. Today, the universe resembles a sponge, or Swiss cheese, but the holes are winning. Dark energy is accelerating the expansion. The voids are expanding, pushing galaxies further and further apart at ever-increasing speeds. Eventually, the filaments will break. Galaxies will remain isolated, shipwrecked in an ocean of nothingness that will never stop growing. There is something profoundly disturbing about the nature of the void. In physics, a vacuum is not nothing. It is a bubbling cauldron of virtual particles that appear and disappear in fractions of a second. But in supervoids, this silence is amplified. It is an absence that carries weight. It is the horror of scale. Humans are programmed to understand the near, the tangible. But how can we process a volume of space where light takes 300 million years just to cross nothingness? Perhaps supervoids are the true protagonists of cosmic history. We are just the crumbs left on the edges. We are the exception. The void is the rule. Look at the night sky once more. Enjoy the starlight while you can. Because out there, in the darkness between the constellations, nothingness is waiting, and nothingness has all the time in the world. End of transmission.